Pop. Pop, pop, pop. Is that working? Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, okay. My cat always unplugs my mic the second I start streaming, and I'm like, girl, no. So, I said that last stream was gonna be the last one, but then I got this quest over here, and I was like, it's gonna be short. So we're doing a little short stream that's gonna cover some quests that have popped up out of nowhere against my will. I'm just gonna knock that out and see what happens, and then probably do some dailies and call it. Hope everybody is having a good Sunday. As well as the fact that, You and Idol Precure has officially debuted, and that is quite exciting. I really liked it. Everything I really wanted to happen in the new season is happening, and it's fantastic. Oh. It says my controller is connected, and it's not. Okay, fine. Keyboard it is. Hey, Scintillata, I thought we were done. Oh, it's not voiced. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, Scintillata, why are you dressed like that again? Are you playing a new character? Should I call you Scintillata again? Or it's Scintilla and then Scintillata. Shh, I'm Scintillata. I don't want to upstage the fireworks since they're the star of the firework aisles. If I showed up undisguised, everyone's eyes would be on me instead. That's quite some confidence, but you're right. Besides, I'd rather blend in like this so I can enjoy the fireworks in the lively crowd. Speaking of fireworks, if only we could watch the grand fireworks show Vita arranged for us on the opening night again. That's not impossible. Recreating fireworks is quite complicated. I need some sparkling 50,000 bling and 30... This is expensive. I'm poor. Why are you taking my money? And 30 portions of blast palm, and then I can transform them into dazzling fireworks. I have a bad feeling about this. Firework Knight's friends. You know what I mean, right? I'll leave the material gathering to you. We're a bit short on materials. We'll go collect more, Scintillata. We'll be back soon. Am I short on materials? I mean, they just gave me money for this quest. I'm just gonna reinvest. Okay. Yeah, I just need to get the stuff. Okay. So it's really the pollen that I'm gonna need, which luckily it's night, so I can just go ahead and collect that, because that's what we were gonna do anyways. Knock out all of the collecting material stuff. Wrong one. That's not what I need. Get back here. This bad boy is what I need. Okay. Let's go around, collect this. And then we should be on our way for this quest. I don't know why my controller refuses to connect with the game. It was connected earlier. Oh well. Anyways, I am very, very, very happy with You and Idol Precure coming out. I'm so happy. It like really brought back things that we had seen in the past that I'm really happy about. We brought back physical fights. Our characters were cute. Lots of punching. And then some just like little Easter eggs for older seasons. Like, I honestly felt it was very just like, it felt like traditional Precure to me a little bit. And I think that's kind of what I've been really hooked on. Welcome in, Rosie. How are you? How did you enjoy You and Idol Precure? I'm just like, oh my god, the singing's really good. Also, my big thing that I'm picky about is the CG, and I'm glad that the CG is up to snuff. Like, I feel like Love Live has been doing really well with its 2.5D, but I'm glad to see that Precure is also competing in that category for looking pretty solid with it. I feel like VTubing and stuff like that has really pushed it to be better, and companies to really like perfect the art of making 3D look 2D without it being kind of a little funky. Me too, I loved it. It was so good. I like, see, my thing is people were like, don't go in there with, like, negative expectations. You're just like, you know, you gotta be positive. And I'm like, no. My whole personality is going in there with the lowest possible, like, expectations. That way I can be pleasantly surprised. If I went into that series with way too much optimism and, like, no caution, I think I think I'd be more disappointed. I always come in there with the lowest expectations so I can be pleasantly surprised when things are super solid. I also am really happy that they're going back to, like, traditional villains. Like, we already have, like, a gang of, like, humanoid villains that we get to deal with. We've already got our mysterious final boss kind of villain so far implied. And I've seen some pretty good theories about it, too. Uta and Pudding are so cute. Like, I like the balance between having, like, the goofball one and then having one with, like, a little bit of reason. I have not always been the hugest fan of, like, our super duper dumb protagonists, so I like that Uta is reasonable. But I get the sense that she, like me in this game, is gonna be real poor, because Putadine is like me and being like, what if we just buy every cute thing we ever witness and food? Like, who doesn't love a little bit of food? So, I have vastly enjoyed the way they're handling Putadine. I also am absolutely voting for Putadine to be one of our mid-seasons. Because I don't want to talk about it in the video, because I don't want to have, like, too much of that going on, but there has been, like, already very strong implications of mid-seasons, and very strong implications that we will have multiple mid-seasons, which we are far overdue for having, like, 2 to debut. I hope they debut at the same time, like Amor and Mashiri. That would make me so happy. But oh my god, oh, the other thing that happened in anticipation of the new episode is I was really bad at procrastinating. I have gotten, as I had mentioned from the last video, I got really into Shining Pearl, and I've been trying to fill out my Pokédex so I can, like, get all the bonus stuff in Pokemon Home. And I finally found motivation, and I really enjoy the game. So I've been playing a lot of that, and I have not been making the assets that I needed to make. So, like, literally the day of, like, that Friday, and then the Saturday the episode came out, my time, I was, like, drawing and in Photoshop the entire time. Like, I stayed up till, like, 1 AM last night getting my title card animation done. And I think for it being kind of a rush job, it looks pretty good. I'm happy with how I ended up doing it, though. The worst part is, like, after I finished recording my episode and making all the graphics and stuff, I'm like, so here's what I want to change, and I'm like, no, you must marry myself to what I have done. This is the fate that we have. This is the visuals we're gonna go with. There's nothing wrong with them, but then there's always the part of me that's like, what if we did better? I'm like, I don't have time. I just have to remind myself that there's other things to work on. I was talking to a couple of my other friends who were like, oh my god, you should make the idol art you did for the thumbnail. You should do that of all of our OCs, and I was like, okay. I'm now, like, joining the OC parade, and I'm going to be drawing everybody's in that style, because I've really gotten attached. It's basically, like, I ain't gonna claim like I own it or anything. It's very much the panty and stocking style with, like, a few adjustments so it's easier for me to draw. Like, I switched to this art style solely because I was like, I never stay. I never really lock into any particular art style. This one is easy enough that I can draw it relatively fast. Like, it takes me less than, like, 4 hours to get a full illustration done, which I wish I could go faster. I'm still pretty slow. But I can get an illustration done in 4 hours or less, and then I can use it. Because, like, man, my real dream for something like Infinitea Nikki is I'd love to be able to make a unique drawing for every thumbnail, but that's just far too time-consuming, so each of them have their own. I am going to make a different thumbnail for my explanation of 1.2, which is there's no reason to do it other than, like, it just makes me happy. So that it's different from the stream thumbnail image of my OC. But nonetheless, the artist grind never ends. I also just need to, like, this year, I really want to just draw more, because, I mean, I am a professional artist. I do need to stay in practice, and I feel like for A lot of the years that COVID happened, despite being inside all the time, I really lost a lot of my motivation to draw, so I did a lot more motion media, but now I'm coming back and I'm gonna try to get back into illustrations. Your Idol OC looks awesome. Thank you. We love and stand the Idol T. It came out way better than I thought, because I first started that and I was like, oh, I hate it. I hate every second of doing it. And I'm like, no, I must trust my own process. And it did end up looking way better by the end of it. And then the animation that I wanted to do, I conceptually based it off of when Cosmo uses the perfume, like here Cosmo uses her perfume attack. She's like in the, like, she's silhouetted a little bit more. She has that like rim light on her. And then she like bursts into the light and I was like, that's so idol of her. And I was like, I'm gonna steal that. That's my inspiration for the title card. Like, nothing I do is completely original. I literally am inspired by everything else all the time. So I wonder if I've gotten 30 of these yet or not. I probably could just check my inventory. The Kier Idol Squad is here. Dude, it's been so amazing. Alright, how many of these bad boys do I got? How many bad boys do I have in the backpack? 50? I feel like I've had enough for a hot minute. This guy sending me out on errands that I do not need to be doing. Actually, I have to do my daily insight anyways. Yeah. Recreate the materials. Okay. Shine, sparkle and shine. Scintillata, are these enough materials here? Sparkle and shine. More than enough. Now I can recreate the moment for a while. You're such a reliable companion for the fireworks night. Now, here comes the part we've been waiting for. Wait, sorry to interrupt. Where even is Mo? Oh, there he is. Getting eaten by my dress over there. Nikki, we're about to watch a grand fireworks show. How about changing into something special? I'm in my fireworks outfit! I just took my thumbnail for this! Welcome in, Liza! How are you? Today I'm doing something that actually makes me happy! Yay! Wrath Ring story currently page 7. Whoa. Because I'm tired of doing unappreciated pre-gear fan stuff. That's fair. That's totally fair. Do what makes you happy. Do what fills that passion and you feel satisfaction for. Okay, I'm gonna change my outfit to this one. I literally just made this outfit for the thumbnail. Good enough. Alright. Alright, we're just one step away. The secret to making fireworks shine with incredible radiance. And what secret... What? And the secret? What is it? It's the night sky, of course. It's the perfect accompaniment for fireworks. With the backdrop of the night sky, the fireworks will explode in their brilliant and vibrant colors. Now, let's wait for nightfall. Hello? Alright, let's wait. Marion, welcome in! How are you? Is it supposed to be one word? The fireworks tonight will definitely impress you. Oh, typesetters, what have you done? There's supposed to be spaces there, you silly billies. Is that it? Is that... Was that quest supposed to be like a post-update quest? Is that like for the future? My guess is that like in the next update the fireworks will go away and then we can just like pay this dude to get the fireworks back. Is that what that quest was supposed to be? I feel like that was such a waste of money! No! I was scammed. I was scammed just now. Anyways, I'm gonna gather some more of these fireworks, because like I have 1,001 things I have to craft that require the stupid fireworks, so get the blast pollen. Oh yeah, oh my god, I think I'm finally like able to breathe, because I've been working so hard getting ready for the new show that I'm like, oh my god, I have finished this, I can go back to my other projects. Like, I still have something that I'm cooking with Magical Cinnamon coming up that I eventually will do. I am finishing his part of that today and then giving that to him. I'm getting that set up. Oh, I also promised that I need to I need to help Leo out with something in OBS. We need to do that too. The checklist never ends. I'm also, I think I'll spoil it a little. I'll give a little tease. I am going to, oh, no, I'm not trying to have fireworks. Also, the song is singing. I didn't realize how pretty the song is. Yes, I've watched the first episode of Himito Idol. Oh, I'm done with bugs. Alright, no more bugs. Well, even though I'm kind of addicted, I'm gonna collect a few more fire level eyes. I have watched the new one. Welcome in, Jess! How are you? Good to see you! What was I talking? Oh, I am working with a couple of other content creators who you guys may not be familiar with, but you're gonna get familiar with, because we are planning something gaming-wise together. We're gonna do a little multiplayer thing together, and once that kind of gets steamed rolling, I might get a little bit of it. I might ask chat what specifically we should do in regard to that, but I will say in the future there might be some interesting Stardew content coming on the horizon, which might be fun. So look out for that in the future. And then let's see. Do your OCs resemble you in some way? For example, Izelin can sing beautifully like me. Ooh, you're a singer! Let's go! Rika represents 60% of my real personality. Kazuki represents some of my dark parts from my past. Ooh. I love Uta, she's so cool. She is so adorable! My OC, actually, ironically enough, I just got my hair dyed, though there's... like, the cruel reality of this world is that my OC's hair, I cannot ever actually get my hair to look like that because I have very thin hair that when I bleach it, it melts. Like, if I want... Like, my hair is the type of hair when you dye it because it's brown and will go blonde. I wish I had, like, black hair where it goes more, like, white and it's much easier to dye because I want blue hair, but when you mix blue and yellow together, you get green. So every time I dye my hair, it's always been greener than I'd like it to be. Maybe I should change my OC's hair. My OC at this point, like, does not have a lot of lore yet. I am eventually going to write lore when I get closer to a potential long-distance thing that may occur in the future. We'll see, we'll see. It's still very early in the overall process. But, I will have lore for my OC eventually. For now, it's just cute blue girl, blue magical girl cute. And then the one you see on the screen is actually the Pokemon version of her. If she were a Pokemon trainer, and specifically she is a flying fairy type trainer. If we had to like niche it down. And this is the look I had, which I did for like a while ago. I did Pokemon themed stuff when I traveled to Japan. I had done some blogs and stuff of when we visited like 3 or 4 of the different Pokemon stores throughout Japan. Immaterials. Have you collected all the balloons? I have all the balloons already. I don't know if you can see it with the way I have my stream set up, but yes, I have 56 out of 56, and then I am like 10 off for the 2 of inspiration. But like, if you needed to know where balloons are, I do have like fully ballooned map, which is not helpful with the pollen around. But yes, I have collected all the balloons for this area, and then I have every Whim Star in the main area. I have not gotten all the inspiration, and I probably won't because I am lazy and inspiration is hard. I love Stardew Valley! Welcome in, Princess Ichigo! Stardew Valley is amazing! Who's our favorite character, though? You gotta tell me your favorite character if you're gonna talk about Stardew. Like, let's be real. I love Cure Idol's attacks and her performance. Her attacks blew me away, because I kind of was expecting her to have, like, idol-only stuff. Like, she was just gonna sing and then maybe do, like, a yell or something as, like, her final attack. I'm so satisfied that we get both, like, a really cool punch and then, like, her idol finisher with a giant heart. Like, it's giving, like, Cure Happy to me. As well as, like, a Cure Blossom. So much about this season reminds me of other ones. Like, I think the one this reminds me the most of is Go Princess, which is a huge favorite from mine. So, like, anything in this that so far has felt like Go Princess has sparked a lot of joy. Also, I've been running everywhere but where the Blast Pollen is. So, we'll go after that. I have 51. Oh my god, you're so close. Some of them are really tricky up in the sky. Because I thought, like, I didn't realize we were gonna have the sky section until the second half of the update. Or to the, like, next portion of the update. Not really half. I also need to stop collecting bugs. I have my insight for the day. But the sky area is very tricky, and I looked at the Discord, because I think it's the only Discord in my life I've ever been actually active on, is I'm always in the help and puzzle quest area, as once again, I don't like to ask questions, but a lot of people will ask the questions I want to ask. and people will give them the answers, and then after that, then I will answer the people who have questions. I have become somebody who just goes on there and answers like some basic questions or like uses the commands that bring up stuff. And somebody very benevolently gave us an entire overview of where all the balloons are, and I cross-referenced that with the fact that this game does a good job at tracking the balloons. So I 100%ed that, and I was very, very happy. Now you have blue hair like your Wink. I know, I'm feeling Kyun emotionally, but Wink actually might be my bias. Like, she's starting to pull ahead. I need to get back to playing it. I was playing it every day for a time. It's my favorite game. I don't play games too often. I like the fishing guy. Ooh, I love that. Oh my god. Game, no. Wake that flower back up. Wake back up. Come on. Come on. Wake back up. Get up, flower. We're collecting. Cool girls collect flowers. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, let me make sure I'm not missing comments, because I realized chappy chatting. And I do not mean to ignore you all. Okay. Yeah, Stardew is a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to play it with my friend. She's been so bad. For as much as I have gotten back into Shining Pearl and just Pokemon games, every time I go on my Switch, it's like she's on Stardew again. And she has Stardew on, like, everything, because I know she also has it on her PC. So I'm like, girl, it's her first time using mods. I have used mods sparingly in the past, but it's her first time using mods, and I'm very excited to show her all of the chaos that we can do with mods, as well as get her to play Expanded, because a lot of people have not played, or, like, mods seem more intimidating than they actually are, and she has not played Stardew Expanded. You get, like, a whole new set of characters, and it's great. On Friday, I finished my event mission. Let's go! Alright, no. Chat, please come back. I wish the chat box for OBS would go down. Okay, wait. It's letting me do it now. It wouldn't let me do it earlier. I'm like... I put it on my tall monitor for the sake of being able to see all the comments and not let it, like, float away into the universe. Does your OC write fanfics? Kazuki writes 7 fanfics about Cure Precure. Happens often after manga as continuation, but they're a bit cringe and scary because he wrote in 17, 18 years old. I don't think I have any OCs that I know of that write fan fiction. I feel like I never even thought about that because I'm like, I'm the one who writes the fan fiction. I've never thought about getting an OC who does that. That's not a bad idea. Play around with that. It's an idea. Uta reaction on her after transformation into Precure was a bit nostalgic. It was! I have not reviewed her transformation yet, and I have not looked at it too closely because I'm saving that for next week just because I didn't want my episode to be too long. But her animation, it's so fluid and it's so bouncy and it feels very rich. I'm so happy with it. I think it's one of, like, the most... I don't even know how to describe it. It feels like the most high-quality transformation we've had yet, which, I know, would make sense as technology gets better. And, oh my god, my computer has opened the image application with the controller. That was silly. That was goofy. Now! How do I keep getting the bug? Stop collecting bugs, me. It's all about pets. See, I almost got this bug, but I didn't. I've resisted. I've resisted. Alright, where's the next blast pollen? Is it back up here? Go topping down. I like stream. Thank you, Marion. Thank you for helping out. I call Cure Wings because I don't want to mispronounce as wing. Oh my god. I was listening to Leo's stream the other day and I kept hearing him say wink, but I thought he was either saying winks or wing, and it threw me off every time, and I'm like, I forgot how similar all those are together. It's so funny because, like, I hear wink as everything but actually wink. My brain is just not processing. It's gonna take some time to get used to it. I finally got Infinity Nikki to work. Let's go, Kaneadia! I had to use my school laptop, apparently, that had better graphics than my home PC. I think it's because of the release date. My PC is 2020 and my school is 2023. Ah, yeah. That's the one thing that sucks about technology, is that, like, it gets infinitely better when it's just newer. Like, I had a really nice camera for a pretty long time, and I have one friend who is a National yeah, was it National Geographic photographer. And I was talking to him, and I was like, what am I doing wrong with my pictures? They're so grainy, and they're not good. And he's like, your camera's ancient. And I was like, but it was a really expensive camera back in the day. And he's like, girl, you have to buy a new camera. This one's just too old. And it was the worst thing. But then I realized that, yeah, my camera was like 10 years old. And he's like, yeah, it's a really old camera. Your pictures aren't gonna, like, be as crisp and clean if you don't, like, get newer cameras. And I'm like, ugh, cameras are they're such an investment. Like, same thing with my mic, is that, like, I have a really old Blue Yeti, and people are like, the newer ones are really nice and they have better audio quality, because I'm like, I want better audio quality, but I'm like, I cannot justify buying another mic when I have a fully functioning one, and it's good enough. But there's definitely, like, a lot of technology things I'd like to upgrade. Like, the more important thing I need to do is get more RAM for my computer, because some of the art I've been trying to do be heavy for my computer. Like, me doing the title screen was very heavy on my poor PC when I tried to render that out. It was very fussy with me last night, which is why it took till like 1 AM to finish the title card. So I am happy with the way the animation, like, I've been much happier with my animation lately, and I feel like a lot of my After Effects skills are going to cross over, because I am, like, got Live 2D 1,000 years ago, and I have been too lazy to try it out, but I am, like, pushing myself in my free time this week to start picking up Live 2D. And I think that will be pretty cool, because you can do really cool stuff with images, and people tell me that Live 2D is easier than After Effects, and I'm like, I would not mind an easier alternative. Like, I've seen so many companies, especially Japanese companies, have, like, non-stop been using Live 2D for their animations. And then there's been a couple of, like, music videos, which is another thing I'd love to do. Like, I really want to pair up with, like, a really good magical girl content creator who can sing and make a music video. Like, I just want to do the visuals. Like, my voice, I wish I was a good singer. I know I'm a bad singer, I just enjoy singing, and, you know, I just have to live for my cringe. But I would love to have somebody who's legitimately really good at singing, and then, like, we just need to pair up with somebody who can do a really good cover of the music, and then we make a music video. I really want to make it. Like, that's, like, one of my goals. Not, like, it's a goal that you can't really just be like, I want to put this on my list, because I genuinely need to, A, know a musician who can make the music, and then B, know a singer who can sing it, and then we do a nice cover. Today, I've opened all, the gate, all caverns. Oh my god, yes! That's, like, one of the trickier things on this, but you get such good rewards. So, for this new aisle, they had these caves all up in here, across it, that if you shoot off the firework cannons, they, unlock doors in there and you get a lot of chests, and, oh, it's so good. So if you are playing this game and you need, like, some good rolls, doing that is great. There's a bunch of guides that tell you the location of all the firework thingies that you need to do to unlock the doors inside the caverns. But yeah, that was great for rolls. I don't think I can do a temple today, but I might do mini rolls because I want the Hatsune Miku hair. And we remember from last episode that someone just got a tiny hat. And I did not want a tiny hat. I deserve more than a tiny little hat. I deserve greatness. I deserve fun. But yeah, these tubes you find around the island are the tubes that you use to activate the caves. Alright, actually, I just remembered that there's a quest that I was gonna figure out what that was. I don't know if it was the continuation of another quest, or if this is part of the update, but we'll find out. Because I know I still have not finished the quest with the guy who yelled at me for jumping on roofs, and then we made amends with that, but I know that quest goes into something different. Alright, are you? Yeah, okay. Hi, knowin'. What you knowin'? Working at the mayor's residence, I have to plan and organize everything carefully to get all my tasks done efficiently and perfectly. Okay, cool. In order to finish all the work before the end of the day, my only solution is... there must be 3 of me. Oh, okay, now I feel very... I feel very seen right now. That's what I want. It's no longer our question of, like, I can't do something. It's I don't have enough time to do something. That's a surprising idea, to be sure. Is it really possible? It's the only way. No one Alpha stays here to process 35 documents. No one Beta... Well, girl, you are a computer? Handles trips to the Exiles camp, and no one Gamma takes care of other tasks. I know Miss No One seems calm, but this something's really off. Miss No One, is there anything we can help with? Handling documents might be difficult, but we can visit the Exiles camp for you. Nikki can even deal with the tricky wish envoy. Visiting the camp should be a piece of cake. You're a stylist, Nikki, that Haya mentioned. You're the stylist, Nikki. Okay, let's read the sentence like it was meant to be. You're the stylist, Nikki, that Haya mentioned. You certainly are have an impressive resume. As for the Exiles camp, well, that's a long story. I feel like this is the quest I think it is. Do you know anything about the Ambrosia Exiles who temporarily settled in Breezy Meadow? I do. I know they came from the neighboring country of Ambrosia. It seems it's because the Empire of Light occupied their homeland. That's right. The border outpost has been closed recently because Ambrosia is in turmoil. Some of the exiles came here with their leader, Bettina, while the rest scattered and fled. Although the living conditions in the camp are harsh, they've managed to settle down. Must be tough for them. Mayor Grace is already planning the next steps for their resettlement when a new problem arose. The exiles reported spotting a suspicious person near the camp, a possible spy from the Empire of Light. What? A spy from the Empire of Light? In Wishfield? A suspicion, nothing more. I really hope the situation isn't as bad as they fear. The exiles visiting today told me they recently seen a nasty person who not only eavesdrops on their conversation, but also rummages through their belongings. While the border outpost is heavily guarded and staffed, a possible mistake there could have grave consequences. I understand, Miss Nolan. Whether it's to ensure the safety or reassure the exiles, visiting them ourselves is crucial. Leave it to us. Thank you, Nikki. I entrust you with Noan Beta's duties. Please investigate the suspected spy incident at the exiles camp near the border outpost. On behalf of everyone in Flora Wish, I want to thank you for your help. Please stay safe. Oh my god, yeah. This is the quest where, it is a continuation of the quest with the guy who yelled at me for hopping on the roof. He's, like, trying to check out the camp and, like, make sure they're safe because he, like, fought in the war before, but then he doesn't realize that he's the spy that everybody's like, there's this freaky guy over here that's super weird. I did an MV of Christmas cover, and since on Twitter there's no time limit, I'll do what I planned. Japanese cover of Maeve's What's My Name with my own written rap. Ooh, I don't want to put it on YouTube. Fair enough. YouTube's weird about stuff like that. I re-downloaded Nikki at the beginning of the fireworks season. I missed on the ribbon banner. Oh no! It was the perfect outfit for Tiff. No! That's the worst. Hopefully I'm pretty sure all the outfits are gonna come back. It may be like half a year before they come back, but they'll be back. Do not worry. We will get them again. Do you think Uta is a Hime Joshi? Let me remember what that word means. Let me consult my brain. Hime. Oh, okay. I get you. I get you. I know what that means now. I have remembered I consulted my brain and nothing more. I hope she is. I hope she is. I know I am. I know. Okay. I know who that mysterious visitor is now. It's the Daisy Fairy. A few days ago, I told Mom I wanted to read some storybooks. And when I woke up today, these 2 storybooks were outside the tent with a daisy on top. The one who brought the books must be the Daisy Fairy. Isn't that the one who grants wishes here called the Dish One? Never heard of a Daisy Fairy before. According to the storybook, fairies always leave behind their tokens when they visit you. The Daisy Fairy must have known we left home and traveled a long way. They must have seen our grit and helped make our wishes come true. Let's thank the Daisy Fairy then. Yeah, the guy is like really worried about the exiles, and I think he did leave gifts and stuff for them. but not really approaching it the way we should. The mangaka is for sure. Right, Creadia? I'm going to sleep, but I'd love to be here, but tomorrow I'm going shopping. Good night, T. And good luck with playing. Thank you, Madian. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. I can't figure it out. When I went out at night to fetch water the other day, I saw a man, but he wasn't doing anything bad. Didn't you say you saw scars on him? Yeah, they looked like bite marks from the Order of Dawn's weapons. That explains it. He must be connected to the Empire of Light. He didn't hurt you because he was afraid somebody nearby would notice and intervene. The food was cleaned thoroughly and wrapped in soft velvet with a little white flower on top. If he were a spy of the Empire of the Light, would he truly be that kind? Don't be fooled. He might be plotting something else. Maybe... oh god. Da Vinci said that the little flowers called it... oh, maybe Da Vinci, words are hard, said that the little flowers called a daisy. If we ever could return to Ambrosia, I'd like to bring some of the flowers back. I hope they can grow in Ambrosia too. Then our home would be covered in blooming flowers just like here. Yeah, you guys have fun with that. You have fun with your little personal problem there. Meticulous exile. Do we still not know the identity of the suspicious visitor? Ever since he appeared, everyone's been on edge. We still haven't confirmed his identity. If you have any other clues, please let me know. I saw him from behind. It gave me chills. His head was long and square, like the tallest boulder on the mountain of Ambrosia. What are you talking about? He was wearing a top hat. That day I saw clearly under the light. He was a well-dressed man, pretty old, with gray eyebrows. That was very brave of you to take such a close look at him. Weren't you afraid that boulder would suddenly... I told you, it was a top hat. Out of all the spies the Empire of Light has at their disposal, why an old man? A man wearing a top hat, looking old, I see. Momo, after hearing the exile's description, I have a feeling that this visitor might not have malicious intent. He has been caring for the exiles, even bringing them food and books that they need. And he bears wounds inflicted by the Order of the Dawn. Sounds more like scars from battling them. But if he intends to do good, why doesn't he just tell everybody directly? No idea. Let's find this person and ask him directly about his reasons. Old, wearing a top hat, and the small daisies? Could it be that the spy is actually... It's Clay, the dude who owns the Daisy Inn. It's Mr. Clay, the owner of Daisy Inn. An elderly man wearing a top hat and leaving daisies. Every detail matches. Let's go back to the Daisy Inn and talk to Mr. Clay. Pretty sure he's like here, but you know, they're gonna make me teleport all the way there and teleport all the way back. Shoot. Alright. Haseki definitely has had growth on writing. Since after Slothering Story, his status becomes leader poet, mangaka during Kirakira era. If you would ever like to hear his poems, you would feel his growth. Aww! That sounds so sweet. Let me just run right into a wall. Alright. So, I've got at least the impression that if we ever go to the Empire of Light, I don't know why I'm saying, like, if we ever. We're definitely going at some point in the game. I guess it's going to be a more, like... Metropolitan? It's either Metropolitan or it's going to be, like, steampunky. I know it's, like... They made it very much, like, knightly order and everything, but it sounds like they ain't got flowers, which is counterproductive for this game. I mean, who doesn't have flowers? Maybe it'll just... I guess if it's the Empire of Light, maybe they'll have a lot of, like... lights. But then there's another region where it's like, it's very Vegas-y looking. Curious how they'll depict that. Alright, Melly. What should I do? No, Melly. Even if the boss becomes a Pisces, you have to take care of the Daisy Inn. Focus. Oh, hello. Welcome. I'm the receptionist, Daisy. Oh, no, I mean Melly. Hello, Melly. We're here on behalf of Miss Noen to see Mr. Clay. Miss Noen? Oh no, this is bad. I knew it. Don't tell me, did Miss No One intervene? Did she give reasons like he's a bit too old or his legs aren't as nimble as before? Anything like that would help. No matter what happens, we absolutely cannot just let him go and join the military. Even if the boss was a mercenary in his younger days, he definitely can't stand against the Order of the Dawn now. Nikki, I only got about half of that, but I have a feeling that Melly is talking about something else entirely. I think I understand what she's trying to say. Clay became a PC. Let's do it. Mr. Clay has become a PC. What? Absolutely not. That has nothing to do with any of what we were just talking about. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. The boss wants to enlist, go to the front lines, and fight against the Empire of Light. When he was a mercenary, he once clashed with the Order of the Dawn during an escort mission. Not only did the mission fail, but he also got a bunch of terrible scars. The boss has always avoided discussing those details. Deeply disgusted with what the Empire of Light did. He's only gotten angrier, especially after learning about the plight of the exiles from Ambrosa. He no longer visits his favorite restaurant, Ray and Wings. Instead, he only reads newspapers related to the Empire of Light, muttering about how he wishes he could go to the front lines himself. And lately, he's been going out at night. A few days ago, he even was rummaging through the attic. A wishing one. He wasn't looking for weapons from his time as a mercenary. If Miss Noan really approves of the boss enlisting, will he be able to come back? Won't he sell the Daisy Inn? How long will it be until... Don't worry, Miss Mally. Mr. Clay hasn't signed up for the military. Miss Noan asked us to investigate a suspected Empire of Light spy. Recently, a suspicious person has been sneaking around the exiles camp. After visiting and talking to the people, we found that many of the characteristics of this so-called spy matched Mr. Clay, so we came to ask him directly. A spy? Not a chance! You heard it too. The boss detests the Empire of Light the most. Yes, we also learned about this spy. Hasn't done anything bad. Instead, he's quietly providing supplies to the exiles. Combining what Miss Melly just said, I think Mr. Clay might secretly be helping the exiles. He went to the exiles camps? Oh my, why didn't I think of that? Thinking about it now, he was just looking for in the attic, it was probably the inn stockpile. Considering how stubborn the boss is, he probably won't admit caring about others. Never would I have thought this misunderstanding like this has caused such an insignificant issue. Or significant issue, not an insignificant one. Could you please talk to him? I need to stay here at the inn. If it's you two, he might listen. No problem, leave it to us. He usually leaves around, oh god, military time. You should be able to find him at the exiles camp. I'm counting on you. Yeah, we're gonna bebop back over there. Boop. A couple days ago, I found out why Cartoon Network, not in English, in the country I live in got worse. Turns out it's because of the price budget. There's been a lot of bad stuff that's gone down with Cartoon Network. They're basically kind of like butchering it, which is such a like shame. There's barely any original content anymore, and a couple other things are happening, and they're just basically trying to like shut it down. It's been a bad time. I have not been happy with what they have been up to lately. So it really is Mr. Clay. Nikki, we have to do something that I couldn't read in time. What a surprise, Mr. Clay. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, it's you. You gave me a fright there. Couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. Quite some walk, Mr. Clay. From the other side of Floorwish to the meadow border. Not exactly a casual stroll. Well, I used to be a missionary, trekking long distance all the time. But enough about that. What brings you out so late? Actually, we're here to help Miss Noan investigate something. They say there's a spy from the Empire of Light around here. A spy from the Empire of Light? In Wishfield? What does this spy look like? If you see him, I'll make sure he gets a taste of my cane. They say he often visits the exiles camp, especially late at night. Those sneaky scoundrels, up to no good as always. And he listens in on people's conversations, leaving things behind in the camp. Probably gathering intel on the exiles from Ambrosa. What else do you know? But the things he leaves are just books and food wrapped in cloth, with a daisy on top. Huh? They say it's an elderly man wearing a top hat. Looking at it this way, it seems to fit Mr. Clay. You wouldn't happen to be this person, would you? Me? A spy? How could I be a spy of the Empire Light? I absolutely hate those guys. Then what are you doing there, Mr. Clay? Forget it. I've got nothing to say. We already know, Mr. Clay. You've resented the Empire of Light since your mercenary days. Seeing the exiles suffering breaks your heart, so you just want to help them, right? But Miss Melly is worried about you wanting to go to the front lines. When she first heard we were sent by Miss Nolan, she thought you'd enlisted and was really scared. I'm sure there are better ways to help the exiles without putting yourself in danger and sneaking around with supplies. That way you wouldn't worry the people around you. Oh, seems I've caused quite a bit of trouble. Melly's worried sick about me and the exiles. Well, I get why they'd be suspicious of a nighttime visitor after your explanation. We can help explain things to the exiles. Maybe we can find out what they really need. Alright, young lady. Please ask the folks at the exiles camp what they need. I want to know how I can help them. The only original in this channel we have is the upcoming 7th season of Gumball and Teen Titans Go, so it's some way makes sense. Yeah, I mean, there's just not... I think Cartoon Network had like one original show that was mentioned not too long ago, but like, yeah, they're definitely like murdering the poor network. It's been such a shame. Also, I think this was the girl who showed up when we first met Gerota. Oh god, how do I even pronounce Lina? I'll go with Lina. Lina, I found out who has been visiting the camp. He's not a spy from the Empire Light, but a kind-hearted man who deeply cares about all of you. The gentleman really wants to help everyone, but he feels awkward asking directly what you need, so he asked me to inquire on his behalf. That's great! Everyone can rest assured now. Actually, just being able to stay here without constant fear is enough to make me happy. That's all I need. If that kind gentleman is willing to help, could he please insist Lino? He's my younger brother. He fell ill on the way here and hasn't recovered since. The best we can do for him is a tent, but sometimes he struggles to breathe. If he could rest better in a warmer environment, maybe he could recover faster. Like an inn? Like an inn that the old man owns? Maybe like that kind of inn? You want Lino to have a better environment for recovery. I see. Don't worry. I'll convey your thoughts to him. Okay, who else needs help? Who else needs help? Oh my god, what is that name? Fidele? Fidel? Zena Mandel? Sir, I'm Nikki, a stylist. I've been commissioned by Miss Nolan to investigate the spy incident. The identity of the spy has been clarified. He is not a spy from the Empire of Light, but a kind-hearted gentleman who cares deeply about the exiles from Ambrosa. I see now. I will tell everyone. Yeah, he felt that he was disturbing everybody and felt a bit embarrassed. He wanted to find out what the exiles currently needed the most. Since you're stationed here, you should have a better understanding of that plight. Well, if you ask me, accommodation for the elderly is quite a problem. You see, these people from now have only small temporary tents. The younger ones manage to get by, but the elderly find it hard to cope. Seeing them reminds me of my own parents. It really breaks my heart. Elderly need better living conditions. I see. Alright, old man. I'm coming back for you, baby. What's your favorite book from childhood? Mine is Alice in Wonderland. That's why I liked Gentle Giants Media, even if on YouTube I only find cringe naked. Oh my god. My favorite childhood book. Oh my god. I really liked the Rainbow Fairies franchise, and I really liked Pony Pals. I think those were like the novel series I got really into that I also have like zero recollection of now. But I know I liked those a bunch. We're back. Mr. Clay, we're back. So, rather than revenge, the exile's greatest wish is to walk towards a better future. Walk towards a better future. Mr. Clay? Someone said something familiar to me not too long ago. Is it about your time as a mercenary? Yes, my last mission was to escort a family out of the Empire of Light. At first they were in high spirits, discussing finding a peaceful place to settle down in the future. I didn't expect the Order of the Dawn would chase after us. Under their pursuit and interception, the mission. I was so close to safely escorting that family away. If it weren't for those despicable moths. Were your scars from that time? Yes, I've never been able to let it go. Helping the exiles might just be a way to soothe my regrets from many years ago. Hearing what you said makes me think. Too immersed in my hatred towards the Empire of Light and neglected what truly needed. But I think, whether it's family or all the exiles, you truly are fortunate to have. They're truly fortunate to have your help, Mr. Clay. As for everyone's real needs, it's not too late to get hands-on now. We can think of other ways to solve their current difficulties. Other ways? I have some ideas. It seems you come up with a brilliant idea. How about letting the elderly and children stay at Daisy Inn? There will be few guests checking out soon. I'll clean the rooms, add a few beds, and let the elderly and children move in. It might be a bit cramped, but it'll sure beat the tents. I can also provide them with special Daisy Inn meals. Takeout from Ray and Wing's restaurant. Great idea. This way the elderly can get better rest and the sick children can recover more comfortably. How can we help? We need quite a lot of bedding. Miss Nikki, could you please gather 2 daisies and 1 wolfroot? This guy is asking for so little. So little compared to what I had to get for that other fairy to reproduce fireworks that are already happening. With them, I can guarantee the rooms will be cozy and homelike. Oh my god, you know Rainbow Magic? Finally, someone who knows. They're basically the book version of Wing. So true! Absolutely true. I have this tale in Russian, Romanian, and English languages in my home. Oh my god! Dude. This is one of those things where I wish that, like, I picked up languages more than, like, just English at a younger age. Like, it sucks not being able to, like, have other languages. Also, if you guys do have other language expertise and you think that you might know how to better pronounce any of the names in this game, please do not hesitate to inform me. Because I feel like I am butchering 90% of what I'm saying. Like, it was easier when I played Genshin because, like, when we went to Inazuma, I was like, ah, Japanese words. I know how those words ought to be pronounced. And then they're like, and then here's Chinese words, and I was like, I know nothing. Nothing of Chinese pronunciation. Should I know more? Certainly. Do I? No. Also, I think whoever, like, came up with the way to write Chinese words and Chinese, like, sounds, and then tried to pair them with, like, Romanized characters is evil. Like, I can't remember if it's Taoist or Taoist, because at one point it was spelled incorrectly. They spelled it with, like, either a D or a T when it's meant to be pronounced the other way, and I think that's just rude. There was no reason to do that. And now I get it backwards. And I really ought not to be getting it backwards, I swear. Alright, y'all. I got items. Ah, Miss Nikki! Miss Nellie, I brought back all the materials. Thank you, miss. The guest rooms will be ready soon. Oh, shout out to you all in your wizard capes. I never really got a good look at the outfit. Mr. Clay, oh, Nikki is here too. Lina, how come you guys are here so early? I just gave Miss Nellie the materials for preparing the guest rooms. We're here to apologize to Mr. Clay and say thank you. We're sorry for misunderstanding you, and we're all very grateful for what you did for us. These few days, we made a gift together and hope you'll accept it. This wreath, woven from daisies, represents our sincerest gratitude and blessings. Everybody hung up the daisy wreath together. It's so beautiful. We'll definitely treasure it, right, Mr. Clay? Ah, sorry. Looking at it brings back memories of the Daisy Inn from many years ago. Does the Daisy Inn have a long history? It's much older than you think. It stood here even during the Reconstruction period. In the beginning, it was a temporary shelter for people affected by natural disasters. Back then, there were no sturdy walls or solid roofs, just a few thin tents. With no beds, people gathered daisies to make bedding. With no fireplaces, they huddled together for warmth. At the time, besides each other, the only thing accompanying them was the patch of daisies that grew outside the inn. This soft yet resilient plant would stubbornly sprout new shoots, even in the days of great upheaval. The innkeeper at the time hoped that the people here could endure the tough days with just as tenaciously, and thus named the place the Daisy Inn. I didn't know that the name Daisy Inn had such storied origin. Just as he wished, the people supported each other and endured those stormy nights. The Daisies accompanied everyone until they gathered enough strength to leave one by one, building new homes on this land and starting new lives. Later, it became the Daisy Inn you're familiar with. Whether they were stylish traveling far and wide, foreigners from across the kingdoms, or mercenaries arriving at distant borders, everyone could find a moment of warmth and peace. After many twists and turns and a long passage of time, the Daisy Inn has finally returned to its original purpose. To help those who have suffered hardships and become their support. Although the Daisy Inn has become old, daisies still grow here. Despite all the hardships we are faced with, a new life is always possible. I think this is not only an encouragement for those who have experienced disasters, but also a blessing for the exiles. Like daisies, I see. No matter where we go, we should grow and bloom as resiliently as daisies. I did not know daisies were that resilient. But hey, quest finished! Woo 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 woo! Oh, and we got a piece. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Probably we'll go back to grabbing last pop. Because I'm gonna need that. But yeah, like I said earlier, this was just a short stream. Hoping to finish up all of the quests that I had before. And I think that's about all I needed to do, which I probably should have continued the old man's quest on stream before, but you know, I finished it here. Finished it for tonight. I know English, Russian, Romanian, Japanese, and a little bit of Spanish. On the other day, I told people on Twitter that they need to pronounce my OC Rico Fire with R and not L like in Mahopri. R with me, which means Roar of Lion. Rico in Japanese means honest child. It fits his personality. Name can be both for men and women. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. See, I like the like cultural difference. Like, I like names that have crossover between languages, but like have vastly different meanings. It just, I don't know. It feels kind of like connected in some way. But that's pretty cool. Anyways, I will wrap here. And I will see you guys next time. I don't know if it's gonna be... If Nikki gets more magical quests, I'll be coming back to deal with those quests. Otherwise, probably might be Stardew might be the next thing we see. But until next time, everybody, bye-bye!